This isn't going to go well. Ooh, that went well. Oh, he sees the head, and he takes it right off. That is Nerdtink out. Double kill for Proza. Nerdtink. Oh, what a hold. What a play from Nerdtink. Oh, he takes down Sar Bomber at the window. Well played, well played. Oh, but he gets refragged as he comes back out. That's by Clazo. Proza gets the kill onto Cobra. Davin takes down Normality. 2v2 now as Rarity takes Clazo out of action. Normality finally gets a kill onto Davin. He gets a second onto Sar Bomber. Finally, Normality is coming into his own. Oh, he gets another onto Nerdtink. That SMG-11. Clazo gets down by Proza. Proza, I'm so sorry for not watching you here. Normality's going to push it. He takes the kill onto Josh C as well. And that hatch is going to get opened. It's not going to get trick successful as Clazo goes for another kill. And he is successful. He gets the triple, but he does get downed by Cryptos at the same time. Oh no! Davin gets a kill onto Netcore. Well played to Davin there for that flank. Joshy gets one of his own, leaving Amps and Proza in a 2v2 now. Oh, that is Davin taking down Proza, leaving Amps all on his own. Oh, Davin tries to run in, but is quickly taken down by Netcore. Well held there by Netcore. Oh, he's going to get the second onto Joshy. Well played, double kill for Netcore Instincts. Sar Bomber opens up that door. Oh no, Rarity runs out, but it's knifed by Bomber. Well played to Bomber. What a kill. Oh, 3v5 now, with Athena having the huge man advantage. Good evening and welcome to week number 5 of R6XBPL group stages. We just have 2 weeks left, including this week, before we take a break for Christmas and then go into playoffs in the new year. This is a big game tonight between Free Elo and Athena. Now, both of these teams, if we take a look at the standings right now in Group B, which is the group that they are at, if we look, we can see that both of those teams are currently sitting at the bottom of Group B with 2 points each. Now, with only 2 weeks left to go, that means that one of these teams, both of these teams in fact, need to get 3 points. In order to stand a chance of qualifying, they also need for the King's Creed to drop 1 or 2 games in order to stand a chance of qualifying. Basically, if these two teams draw tonight, it's possible that neither of them will qualify for playoffs. Very possible. So both of them are going to be fighting it out here tonight for a win. Neither team, as you can see from looking at the standings there, have actually won a game yet. They've got 2 draws and 2 losses each. Neither of them have had a win in this league, so this is a really big one for these two teams tonight. Mutiny, they're safe. King's Creed, as long as they can win 1 out of the next 2 games, they should be fine too. In fact, yeah, they need to win both to be 100% safe. For example, if they won a single game and then Athena won tonight and then their last game, that would allow Athena to very possibly leapfrog the King's Creed into 2nd place as an example. So yeah, both teams tonight definitely need a win, and the King's Creed need at least 1 win. A win and a draw would probably see them quite safe. Now, if we look at Group A, we can see that Flex no longer appears on there. That is now NA. They'd got to a point where they likely weren't going to qualify for playoffs. There had been some challenges with the team composition, I believe. So Flex is no longer in the competition. They've decided it's not worth playing the remaining games because there's just nothing to play for. So they have left the league, which means that, to make it fair, we have made every single game so far that Flex played a 7-0, or a 14-0 even, because it's a best of 2. to the teams that they played against, and have also awarded a 14-0 to the two teams left to play, which is Apollo and JPC. So that's why the standings up there look a little bit different, and we can see that Apollo and JPC have played 5 games instead of 6. That's because this week Apollo are due to play Flex. They will not play Flex, they will get a day off. And then on next week's game, Flex were due to play JPC. Again, there will be no game. JPC will have a day off, so I've just already awarded them their points. So the most that Apollo can get is 18 points. The most JPC are going to get is 12 points because they just have 1 game left to play. Scythe, however, have 2 games left to play. So they could get 6 points if they get 2 wins, which would actually put them above JPC. If JPC don't win anything, that means that Scythe would qualify instead of JPC. So Scythe still have a lot to play for. Apollo and Mutiny, safe. The other teams that you see, on the brink. Apollo and Mutiny, safe. JPC and King's Creed, yeah, fairly safe, fairly confident. The rest of the teams have work to do. Let's take a look at the community poll for this game tonight. So, when we asked Twitter, I didn't update the video. That's over to here. Bear with me for a second, stream. I'm pretty sure I created it. Let me check. My first... Oh, I know what I did. I think I know what I did. Yeah, here we go. I did create it. There we go. We'll put that there. We'll take that. We'll delete that. We'll rename that. And then do this. And then that should give us a community poll. Let's try again. Pretty sure we got this right. When we asked Twitter, they voted for these two teams. They gave us a 12% result for a tie. 37% of Twitter saying Free Elo are going to take the win. 51% of Twitter saying that Athena will take the win here tonight. You might notice that the Athena logo has 2 new stars on it that weren't there before. That's to represent their current wins of tournaments or leagues. So Athena as a team have won the Nova final and the SEL final. So they've got the 2 little stars there, each one representing a league win, which I like. That's nice. If you look on the right hand side of your screen, you can see the game we are playing tonight is Free Elo versus Athena. We've got a night off tomorrow because that was going to be Apollo versus Flex. Then on Wednesday, we've got Scythe versus JPC at 6:30 PM. And on Thursday, we've got the King's Creed versus Mutiny. That's at 6:30 PM as well. Let's take a look at the maps we are going to play here tonight. And this is an interesting one because we're going to play some rarely seen maps in this league. First off, Free Elo banned Cafe and Athena banned Clubhouse. We then got the ban on Villa and Theme Park. Free Elo picked Consulate. Good map for them. We've seen a lot of free Elo on it, not so much of Athena on it. And then we had Athena picking Coastline with Oregon not being played here at all tonight. Coastline being picked by Athena. Coastline is a good map for Athena. We saw them play it against Scythe for the Nova finals, which Nova did win. But it is still a good map for Athena, so could be anyone's game here. Could be anyone's game. Let's take a look at the operator ban statistics that we have for the league so far. And this is up to date as of the end of last week. We can see that Thatcher, Maverick, Monty, and Ace and Sledge are still top 5. Defenders are exactly the same top 5 as before, but the percentages have adjusted slightly. Last week it was Monty in 2nd place with Maverick in 3rd place, but Maverick has overtaken that probably because we played a lot more Clubhouse lately. Clubhouse and Oregon, very common maps, the most played maps. Along with Cafe. So that's probably why Maverick leapfrogged Montaigne this week, because like I say, I think we had 2, 3, probably about three matches take place on Clubhouse, so that will have boosted Maverick's ban rate a fair bit, but not huge changes. Alright, while we're waiting for the teams to join and everyone to ready up, let's just go into the match predictions and see what everyone thinks is going to happen tonight on the panel. Right, so tonight's game we've got Free Elo versus Athena. A big game for both of these teams. Both teams. Right, so tonight's game we've got Free Elo versus Athena. a big game for both of these teams. Both teams at the bottom of the standings needing a win in order to really have any kind of hope of qualifying for the playoffs. So this is a big game tonight that we've got coming up. Free Elo versus Athena. Firstly, let me go to Clazo, who used to be on Athena but is now with the King's Creed. So Clazo, what are you thinking is going to be happening here tonight?
Based on how Frilo played recently, they've changed it up their playstyle. So, and Athena have struggled against Frilo in the past. So I'm going to with a draw on this, just for the fact that Frilo are probably going to throw a few spanners in the work just to sort of trip Athena up.
Okay, so you're going to go with a draw.
Yes.
All right, now that's very decisive. Okay, fine. All right, now, normally I introduce you all before we start, but I haven't done it this time. That's absolutely fine. So, moving on from Clazo from the King's Creed, Toby from Mutiny, our newest looking team, at least, in the league. What are you thinking for Athena versus Free Elo tonight?
I think that, like Clazo said, Free Elo, I reckon they've got a few tricks up their sleeve for this game, because it's an important one. And Athena are looking a bit inconsistent right now. So if Free Elo keep on the grind that they've been on at the moment, I think they could definitely get a draw out of it. But Athena have been looking like they're trying to change a few things up in terms of their play style with new players and whatnot. So I think it really depends on the style of the game we're going to see. I think if it's a strat-based game, I think Free Elo will definitely have the chance to get the draw, but if it's just going to be aim battles, I think Athena are going to take it, but I'm going to go with a draw. I think it'll be a draw.
Okay, 2 draws so far. I'll go last. So also on the panel tonight we've got Den from the King's Creed, formerly Vanquish but now with the King's Creed. Den, what are you thinking for tonight? Free Elo versus Athena. What's your
there's from what I know from both inside parties, there's a lot of tension for this game. Both team captains despise each other. Meaning it's gonna probably be another rivalry. But I think Free will get a lot of slack for how good they are. Glossy knows what he's talking about compared to most people in this league.
Yeah.
And I think he's capable of pulling this to a draw, especially with Athena's current situation. They've got a lot of pressure. Like if they lose one map, they can't qualify. Basically, I think it comes down to. So, and this new playstyle just does not suit Athena, and they can't keep up with other teams that are doing the same playstyle. So I think if Freelo come hard, it's going to be a quick draw easily.
All right, so all of you are saying a draw. This is interesting. I'm gonna, based on previous experience, I'm going to go for a draw as well. But what's interesting is that at the start of this league, certainly for the first game for these two teams, it would have been Athena all the way. Everyone voting 2-0 Athena. Everyone accounted Free Elo out. And now we're at a point in the league where people are actually saying Free Elo, yeah, they can do this. We're still not at the point yet where we're saying we think that they would 2-0 Athena, but we're giving them the benefit of the doubt, and all of us going for a draw here and putting a tick in the box saying, Free Elo on their day, yeah, they can do something, and they are here to compete. So it's quite an interesting change that we've seen for them, and on the flip side, a change to how we are viewing Athena as well. But like you guys have all said, based on experience so far, sorry, not based on experience, based on recent form, losing recently to Scythe 3-0 in Nova. Yeah, there's every reason there, I guess, to doubt Athena right now. Either team could win it. I mean, like you say, the two teams have, I think ever since Davin's famous comment on his very first predictions about Free Elo being a revolving door, there has been that little rivalry there. So I think it's going to be an interesting one tonight. And like we say, if Athena don't win and start putting points on, then they're not going to qualify for playoffs, which will be a big hit for them because they've qualified for playoffs in every other league that they've been a part in, and they're not going to want to break that record here. On the plus side for Athena, even if they don't make it for playoffs, because they won SEL, they do qualify for season 2 of this league, so they will be here next season, as long as they're still a team, obviously, and they want to be here, but that spot is there for them. So it's not completely doom and gloom for them, unlike it is for some of the teams that might not qualify for playoffs, because the teams that don't qualify for playoffs won't make it to next season. And we'll have to do Challenger League, but Athena have dodged that. But will they make it to playoffs? Yeah, there's the question. And I'm going to stick with you guys and go with a draw. Right, unfortunately that cut just a little bit short just at the end there, but you'd actually heard everything. That was exactly where it ended, so yeah, apologies, but we've made it all good to go. Now, let me just get the setup. We've got Consulate is going to be the first game, and then we have Coastline. So everyone is ready. We are good to go to Consulate because everyone's readied up. So let's do it. Now, we have not seen either of these two teams play this map here in this league. This map has only actually been played once in this league. So, yeah. Let's see how this is going to pan out. We haven't seen in the past from most leagues, to be honest, a load of Athena play on this map. Generally, it's one that they avoid. Whereas Free Elo have been known to play it quite a bit in the past, and they have been very proficient on it. And that probably explains why this is a map pick coming out for Free Elo here tonight. Now we're going to get a Jackal ban and a Blackbeard ban. Now the Blackbeard ban coming out from Free Elo themselves. Sorxa has been known to play Blackbeard. He got an ace on Blackbeard just last week, but they're still going to ban him. And that's mainly because of all the window play on this map. When you're defending top floor, you have to worry about the windows a hell of a lot. Malusi's going to get banned. That is a favourite operator for Davin Atkins. I doubt it's a counter ban to him. It's just a good sense ban anyway. And as Free Elo are starting on attack, they're going to want to give themselves as much chance as possible to go up as far as they can in terms of the scores in the first half. And then finally we're going to get a mirror ban. Not the best operator on this map, only really a couple of spots where she's useful. But an interesting ban nonetheless. Thank you very much to follow. Flanks, I'm going to guess that is. Alright, let me just write down these bans so that if we get a rehost, I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't want to have to trouble the chat to tell me what the bans are. Alright, and the first site we're going to play is Console and Meeting. Now, we have played this map just once in this league, and no one played this site. And the reason was because I was told in the interview that it's just a very difficult site to defend, one of the most difficult. Even though in ranks, this is still one of the most common sites to get played. But here in competitive, people are saying, no.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Hey, thank you very much to follow everyone who has followed so far. Very much appreciated. We've seen 2 or 3 names pop up. So thank you, Liquor, for the subscription. Very much appreciated. And thank you, It's Zevi, for the follow. Liquor just cheered 1 bit. Hey, thank you, Liquor. Thank you. All right, so upstairs. This is Athena on defense first. So let's see what kind of setups we're going to get. At the moment, we've got quite a ranked setup with a standard reinforcement and rotate. Standard reinforcement here to stop anyone from opening that up with a breaching round, just running through into sight.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse.
Got Valkyrie chucking out the Black Eyes. Out they go. That's going to be able to give them intel. And we have one going here in sight to give that extra bit of intel. Standard reinforcements over here. No rotate here though. Fully reinforced off. And this is where Tsar Bomber is going to hang his hat and call his home. Right here, sitting on the toilet. Just over here. Okay. Now, Valley, new to the team. This is his first appearance, probably, in the leagues at the moment, since he rejoined Athena just last week. We haven't seen him in the scene for quite a while, but he is making a return here, back on Athena, so good to see him come back. So let's see how this is all going to play out, as Sorxa is going to be droning out admin, a very common take here as an attacker. But very recently we saw, what's his name? Reaper. We saw Reaper do a video about really how to take care of this site. And we're going to see Valley getting ready here to get a kill onto Zofia. Sorks are just moving to the side and going on drones. That's going to be heard by Valley. It's going to come off. Is he going to take the opportunity to peek this here in the gunfire? Valley with just absolute patience right now, and Sorkser is going to back out and go back onto drones. Valley does get spotted. He gets spotted twice, so he's going to need to make a move here in order to make sure he doesn't get caught out. Now we've got two players. We've got Matty and Sorkser. Utility's going to start to go in, and the drones are going to continue trying to find Valley. But he has moved already and has successfully wasted a lot of time as we are here with 1 minute 20 left. Right, so Nurtic is going to be playing here in meeting. Oh, we got a man here on the window. Sarbomber's going to go for that kill, but he's not going to hit it. Comms is going to rappel upside down and just wait for Sarbomber to come back so he can get a pick there. He's just laying down. Is Sarbomber going to be able to pull this off? Sarbomber, I think, is favourite to get this kill if he just waits and bides his time for a moment. But no, Comms has backed out as Sorkser at the top of yellow stairs takes down Valley. Valley first man to die for his team as Sorkser starts to push in and takes down Kickswar. But he's going to get shot in the back by Sarbomber, but he's not going to get finished off. Nerdink is the man that finishes the job as Trashy is going to open up that wall. Oh, but the utility is shot out by a player down on long desk as Davin is playing down below, waiting for plant denial. Manages to get the kill, taking down Glossy. Sarbomber takes down Comms, leaving us in a 2v2. Trashy is starting to plant. They have yellow pings, but do they have precise intel on where that is? Don't think they do. He's going to move. Davin Atkins is down below, possibly ready for a C4. It's going to do some damage to Trashy, but not enough, as Sarbomber is taking a lot of damage while he is trapped here in the bathroom. Davin takes down Trashy. Matty is on his own in a 1v2. Davin has no way of getting out of that corner without coming through the doorway. Oh no, he does, because he managed to get through the hole in the wall that was opened up by Ace. Bit of a miss. Well, they got them the entry. You could say a misplay, but at the same time, it's helped to get them the plant. Yellow pings are going down. Davin opens fire. Diffuser has been spotted, and Davin's going to try and get it. But they know exactly where it is. That's going to go off, and it's not going to get the hit onto Davin. We need to see the pre-fires. He's just a little bit in the wrong place. And Davin manages to stick the diffuser and take it down. Athena winning the round based on maybe pointing half a centimetre too far to the side. Most unfortunate for free elo. But well played to Apollo. It's just because I was reading Apollo in the chat. But well played there to Athena for a very successful retake. Very quickly, we saw it drop down to 2-2. And then from nowhere, Davin managed to make his way back upstairs, helping to push Matty back, stick that diffuser and take the win. So the chat thinks that, well, 63% of the chat are calling for Athena to get the win, 25% saying a tie, and the remainder saying free elo win. Okay. As we said at the very start of the game, this one tonight is very important. Both of these teams are sitting on 3rd and 4th place in the league with 2 points each. Athena just above free elo due to the round differential. They're slightly higher on the round differential. But both teams here tonight are going to need a win if they want to be able to even stand a chance of qualifying for playoffs. If one team wins and the other one doesn't, the chances are that the team that doesn't win isn't going to qualify. In fact, whichever team here loses tonight, I'm pretty comfortable to say is definitely not going to qualify. I mean, it's still possible because they could still go to 5 points. If the team that wins this game loses next week's game, then they will remain on 5 points. And if the other team that doesn't win this game tonight wins their next game, then that puts both teams on 5 points. And if King's Creed lose their next 2 games, then on round differential, we'll have 3 teams on 5 points. So potentially, losing here doesn't put you out, but you are very reliant on the remaining teams just basically cocking it up. So let's see. Let's see. All right, Valley is going to open a window. He's not going to go for the peak, but he is going to open the window as drones are going downstairs in the basement, just checking to see if there's anyone on a big roam down here. And there actually isn't. The basement is completely clear. There's no one down here at all. Let's take a look at the first floor. We can see that there is no one here either. All of the defenders are upstairs. We've got Valley on top of White, Kicks and Nerd in meeting. We've got Bomber in the bathroom. Davin, not quite sure where Davin is. Maybe he's on the different floor. Yeah, there he is, hiding down in Visa office. It's a Visa or Tellers? Tellers, isn't it? It's called Tellers. All right, so Davin's going to be playing down here, possibly going for a run out. He is going to get spotted by that drone and back out, though, just in case he gets pre-fired through the lobby door. But it's not going to happen. We've got Nursink watching a very common window to repel on, which is exactly where Matty is. He's looking just the wrong way as Nursink knows someone's there. He sees the shoulder, takes a few shots and does a lot of damage to Matty, but not enough to finish him off. And Matty is going to make his way back up to the roof as Coms and Sorxa are going to attack console window, which currently has no one in there. Glossy Club manages to take down Sar Bomber, and that is a huge loss for Athena as he has one of the key bits of intel and also plant denial. We hear a door down below or a window get opened up, but it's no one running out or no one jumping in. We've got 3 players now, and we do have a heavy console push coming out. And it looks like these boys have watched the Reaper video showing exactly how to take this site, which is to have a crossfire on each of these windows and one on bathroom as well. But the player on bathroom, which was Glossy, has dipped. Trashy is going to plant in the same spot as before as Davin takes down Glossy. Trashy is going to plant successfully, and he's going to sit up close to that reinforced wall as Nursing gets taken down on yellow stairs. 2v3 now with the man advantage going to Athena. Nursing is still in the game, but he is downed and isn't going to be able to do anything unless his teammate gets him up. But there it is. He is revived now, and that is a 2v4. We're going to have the player watching the run out, and Sorxa manages to take down Davin Atkins. Valley goes down as well. 2 quick kills for Trashy. Nursing runs out from the garage. He is not going to be able to get back in time, even if he manages to get a pick here. We're going to have a player going to yellow door. It's going to be Sorxa waiting to get that pick. Up comes Nursing. He gets the kill. And that is round 3 elo, so a much better take from 3 elo that time, evening it out 1-1. To Athena Fanboy. How am I Athena Fanboy? 3 elo 1. Oh, sorry. Yes, they did. I thought Davin had stuck the diffuser, but thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Alright, let's take a quick look at the replays of that one while we set up. Next site going to get played is going to be a meeting. I've just got meeting on the brain. Going to be cafeteria and garage.
Attackers have discovered the location of the bomb. 10 seconds.
Alright, so let me address myself.
Heading out to defuse. Attackers bomb.
Yeah, it was a semi-plug for Reaper Olo.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Free Elo play this map a lot. Alright, so we have a standard reinforcement in the middle of the wall. Triple reinforcement here with 3 bandit batteries on it. Those are going to get taken out. At least one of them is going to get taken out very quickly. No need for Nomad to run in and shoot them down. Somehow, that gets denied. Was that Kix were shooting it out or Sar Bomber shooting it out? Not sure. Didn't manage to see it. It's going to put another exothermite charge there. Just waiting to see if it's going to be tricked. Kixwad doesn't have any batteries left, so it's not going to get tricked, so they can just play it. but they are waiting for some reason. Okay, so they are now going to open it, and that is going to get opened up. C4 is going to get primed. There's going to be a rush into the site from all of the players of Free Elo pretty much here, and it's 3-3 now, with Trashy inside planting the diffuser. Glossy Club is the last man standing along with him, and it's a 2v2 very quickly as Davin takes him down. Plant is going to be successful, and Trashy is going to try to back out, but Nursing takes him down. And with a crazy rush strat, Athena managed to put that round on the board and make it 2-1.
Defenders win.
Alright, so we saw Free Elo there taking their time to get the setup, getting everything into position, getting on their cams, I would guess. They should have known that Bandit was out of batteries. They know there was only 3 on that wall. They took down 1. With drones, they could have found that 4th battery and known they didn't need to wait so long. So my assumption is that they were just waiting and getting the intel in exactly the right place and making sure that the defenders were where they wanted them to be before they made that push. Kix is going to 6-pick Alibi and bring out Bandit again instead. They're going to go to lobby and press room this time instead of trying... Well, they can't go back to Cafeteria and Garage because they just won it, but they're not going to go to console and meeting again. They're going to let that one go. So instead, they're going to try lobby and press. Now, often for this site, it used to be the fashion where you'd bring Monty and Glaz and you would just take lobby, plant in the doorway through a load of smokes and get the win that way. But what's become a lot more common now, certainly as the top floor holds have become a lot more prevalent, is you're forced into coming upstairs, clearing out these 2 rooms directly above site and pushing all of the defenders back. And then most people will either push in from the hatch, front door or lobby door and plant somewhere around here or somewhere here for a long distance hold. Or they'll drop the hatch in meeting or rappel in through these 2 windows. Sorry, drop the hatch in console or rappel in straight into lobby and press from these 2 windows and then plant somewhere around here probably to hold from outside. We are going to get a lot of people upstairs to start with. They probably won't all stay up here. I'd expect to see maybe a 3-man hold up here. We've got standard holes here allowing you to look down onto the lobby doorway. Hatch open, ready for a rotate. Hatch open, ready for a rotate. Kix is going to hold that hatch. Nursing's going to hold just above with him. And we're going to have Valley looking through a bullet hole onto the windows of console. But there is a player coming up here to printer. Drone's going to go out. That drone's going to get taken out before it even gets looked at. So Glossy's going to know someone's there watching, but he doesn't know exactly where that player is. He's going to pre-fire through the wall and get a couple of lucky hits onto Kix, who's going to have to back out and head into meeting. He's going to rotate between there and long desk possibly as Valley waits for the rappel in. The rappel starts. The rappel is completed. Valley runs past Matty. Somehow Matty doesn't manage to take him down. And Trashy gets that kill through the window. That is unfortunate for Valley in his debut here today. Going 1 and 4. Not what he's going to be wanting to pull off. Comms taking down utility as IQ. 4-5 players now holding firm in admin and will start to make their push over here above the sites. Lines of sight are going to get opened up in walls as Kixwar's going to hold connector, or waiting room as it's officially called. And we've got Davin playing at the bottom of white stairs, or service stairs it's actually called. Sarbomber playing in public bathroom, and Nursing upstairs supporting Kix from the top of yellow stairs. Kix takes down Matty, making it a 4v4. Trashy has control along desk. Sorksa coming into above lobby as Kix is going to hold the connector and just wait. Sorksa takes down Nerd, leaving Kix up here on his own. He's going to hold this angle, but it is read into as Sorksa takes him down. That's the double kill for Sorksa. Main cam's going to get taken out, leaving Davin playing here on Spiral and Sarbomber just playing here in public bathrooms. 4v2. Still very winnable from this flank position.
Bomb located by attacker.
But it's going to rely on a bit of an error from Free Elo to make it happen. We basically need a load of players to stack up together. And we are kind of having that with Comms and Trashy here. Trashy gets taken down by Davin. Davin is going to back out and get to safety, knowing that a player is going to try to push those stairs, knowing that a player is there. Sarbomber, here's the diffuser starting to get planted. He knows roughly where it is. He's got a yellow ping. but he gets taken down from the hatch. Plant is successful, leaving Davin all on his own. A C4 is not enough to get that kill onto the player up on the top floor, and Davin has to rotate up and lobby, spiral stairs to lobby to make a play, but Sorkser is there waiting. Comms is watching the doorway as well, and Comms is the one that gets that kill. I knew I'd go to the wrong player, and that is a round to free Elo. And at the moment, free Elo doing very well on their map pick. Boomers versus boomers, says Ty Flores in the chat. We are all old. We are all old. Definitely. Alright, console and meeting. We are going to see the boys from Athena head back there. Now, even if one team... Let's say, for example, Athena don't win this map. The question is, what do they do for map 2? Do they give up? Or do they go for the draw? Well, if they go for the draw, they can still get 3-3 in terms of the standings, and still have a chance of winning their game the following week and putting another 3 points on. Basically, neither of these teams just don't want 2 draws or a draw and a loss. They need a win and something else, ideally. A win for definite. And then a draw might just be enough. But again, it depends on what the other teams do. So even if Free Elo take this map, they are 3-1 up at the moment. It's not worth Athena giving up. It's still worth playing for. Even if you don't qualify for the playoffs here, Athena would still be in next season because they won the SEL final. So winning the SEL tournament, they have secured a place in next season, but they haven't secured a spot in the playoffs yet, which is what they're playing here for tonight. And they're going to want to get that. Now the question is, if they decide they don't want to go for... If they decide a draw isn't going to be enough here, they could still look to deny Free Elo from just taking the win to try and stop them from getting second place, wanting to see King's Creed qualify instead. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? It is still anyone's game. It's just more King's Creed's game right now than Free Elo or Athena when it comes to playoff qualification. So we are going to have Comms running around downstairs, putting down a Claymore to try and deny the jump out from here, but there is an air jab there on those windows, as we can hear. Glossy Club running around downstairs, just putting air jabs on the right doorways. It's very interesting that Athena didn't bother banning Nomad, knowing that Glossy plays a lot of Nomad, and this is a big Nomad map. But they left Nomad in play, presumably for when it becomes their turn, or just because they didn't want to face Blackbeard. Sorry, didn't want to face Jackal, because that was Athena's ban. So we have one player on yellow stairs. The Maestro Evil Eye is going to get pinged as Sorkser is droning out the site. Kicks and Nursink playing together a lot on this map, it seems, right now as defenders. Doubling up. And we've got Sar Bomber holding his usual place in the bathroom with Matty on the window. Now he's got one grenade left here. He could chuck that in and get a free kill. Is he going to go for it? That's the question. No, he is just going to back out. Is there an ADS in there along with Sar Bomber? No, there isn't. Oh, well, saying that though, there is 3 here, so oh no! That is not what Free Elo wanted. Well done there to Matty for winning the Overcooked achievement and blowing himself up. That is most unfortunate. But at least Matty gets his place on the achievement leaderboard for the league. Trashy and Sorks are rappelling up, going for this take into console yet again, as Sar Bomber is going to watch his drones. He's going to see some utility go out there. He's going to see the players rappel in. The calls are going to go out as Davin Atkins pre-fires perfectly onto Glossy, taking him out. But that's not what we need here. Trashy gets taken down. Second C4 is going to go out as Trashy is taken out by Valley. So Valley starting to step up here. And we see Sorkser in sight. He doesn't have Diffuser in his pocket. He does see a player at the top of the stairs, but that's Valley getting his second, leaving Comms all on his own, rappelling up to connect a window. But Valley is there to claim his third. And Valley not having the greatest start here tonight for Athena, but he has stepped it up in this round and has very much played a big role there in the winning of that round for Athena. Hello, has the stream gone dead? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Hey, thank you for the follow, Objective Glint. Very much appreciated. My stream had died at my end. I'm having the it's the MYR effect. Phantom says if Athena lose this game, he will leave Mutiny. Ooh, interesting. Sector R6, whoever loses is out. I don't think it's whoever loses is out specifically. It just makes it pretty much impossible to qualify. It isn't... No, it's not impossible to qualify. It just means that if a team here does lose tonight, they are relying on the other teams just to really cock it up in order for them to be able to qualify. But it is pretty much the fact that if you don't win here tonight, you probably won't qualify for playoffs. Not impossible, it's just improbable. Alright, so let's see what's going on. We are going to have Nerdsync playing on Vigil, roaming around here. Not going to be getting hatches. We've got Davin upstairs with him here on the first floor.
5 seconds left before insertion.
And we are currently now at a 3-2 in favor of free elos. So,
Attackers are heading out.
Davin and the boys are going to want to get this round to take it 3-3 going into the second half. This is typically a defender-sided map. In fact, let's look at some stats. We have stats based on one game that was played here. Console and Meeting wasn't played at all, but Garage and Cafeteria downstairs is 60% attacker favoured, apparently, which is the site we are playing here. But we saw the defenders win it the last time. So, have the defenders had their chance? And this time it's going to be an attacker favoured round on this site. Well, we only have 2.5 minutes to find out. As Free Elo are going to set up to not do the same thing they did last time, because that would be madness. They are going to try, not a similar strat, but they are just sort of running in here. I guess they know it's clear, and they are just starting to make their move. Valley is playing on Spiral, so he could be a thorn in the side of Free Elo if they haven't droned him out. Looks like Nomad might have an idea someone's there. He is watching that doorway, but the ping goes out. And Glossy's going to know that someone's going to be looking for him. Fuse starts dropping his cluster charges, sending things down to the side. That's going to take out the bandit batteries, which is going to allow Comms to make his entry in through that main doorway. That is the bandit batteries down. SAR Bomber's going to be rotating around, just moving about, trying to get a good position. That wall is going to get opened up very, very shortly, as Trashy is going to send down more hockey pucks. SAR Bomber is out of the way, and that wall is going to get opened up. We see Trashy get into a gunfight as SAR Bomber is sitting here on the breach just waiting for someone to push in. He isn't going to get a rush like he got last time though, as Kix is going to watch yellow stairs. That door's going to get opened, ready for a push. Valley just holding downstairs here in the hallway, waiting for someone to come down. As Trashy takes a lot of damage and gets killed by Nerdsync. That is Nerdsync playing up top. He would have shot him through that hatch as Sorxa gets the refrag. That as Kicks were taken down. That's a big gun taken off the board. Davin Atkins takes down Glossy. Nerd gets one as well. That's his second. And Matty is going to be watching those yellow stairs from the hole as Comms has Diffuser and is going to be responsible for coming into plant. But we have a Maestro Can that's going to help deny it. SAR Bomber sitting behind a reinforced wall. Valley that's going to be able to just run out and get a kill, or just get the guy as he runs in through the breach. Here he comes. Goop is going to go out. Oh, Valley spots him, opens fire. Comms takes a load of damage, doesn't manage to do any back as Valley remains alive. Valley peeks out and takes a bit of damage this time. We need to see Matty working with his teammate here as Davin Atkins takes Matty down, perfectly waiting for that peek. And Nerdsync finishes off the last kill for Athena, putting the win on the board for them, making it 3-3 at the end of the first half as the two teams will switch around. Matty is trolling. Wasn't about for the start of map 1. What's going on? Alright, so Console and Meeting is going to be the first site to get played by Free Elo as they switch over onto the defensive side. We've seen it played now twice by Athena, and both times Free Elo won it. Sorry, we've seen it played 3 times. First 2 times it was won by Free Elo. I couldn't read my own writing. Third time it was won by Athena. So a 66% win rate for attack on this site in this game right now.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Let's
attackers.
see if Free Elo will be as successful on this site on defense as they were on attack. Or if it just happens to be more attacker-sided. But we're not going to have long to find out.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, head over there. You can get there by going to bit.ly/R6XBPL-YT, or you could just search R6XBPL on YouTube itself. Play of the Week just went up today, so you can go on to that video and you can vote for your Play of the Week. There are 10 to choose from,
5 seconds left.
and you can pick which one you think is the favorite. Just vote in the comments, or if you're in the Discord server, you can go into the Discord server, search for the Play of the Week channel, and you can vote in there. So head over to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, because once we get to 100 subscribers, we can get a nice vanity URL. We can have youtube.com/R6XBPL, which would be absolutely lovely. It would make it so much easier to promote. As Nerdsync gets the early kill onto Glossy. Well played to Nerdsync there. Air jab goes off, but it's not going to get capitalized on. Nothing comes of it. As Comms is going to be roaming around in the bathroom. Kix gets the second kill. And Athena taking an early lead here with 2 kills already in the first 30 seconds. Kix are going to be repelling upside down on that window. Sarbomber's going to make his way up, and we are going to get a take here onto Console. Now, we are seeing Comms playing down below. He's going to be responsible for denial with the C4. Valley takes down Sorxer, and suddenly Valley is doing a lot more work for his team. Now going positive, thanks to that. Comms downstairs, very common position for someone with a C4. Trashy playing upstairs, going to be responsible for trying to deny with the gas grenades, but not sure we'd like his chances here, and it's going to be more about what Valkyrie's going to be able to pull off. We're going to have to see some kind of utility here with the Black Eyes to be able to give that information to Comms to get the C4 right. But it doesn't matter, because Iana is downstairs, leaving Trashy all on his own upstairs in a 1v5. He will need to ace to win this, or win it based on time. Sarbomber is starting to plant. Trashy takes a lot of damage. He's only got an SMG to hand here with a secondary shotgun, but that's no good for the long distance. What is good for long distance is an M762 with a 2.0 scope in the hands of Nerdsync. And he cleans up that kill nicely, putting a round on the board for Athena, making it 4-3 now, and Athena are starting to take the lead. For the first time, they are in the driving seat of this game. So well played there to Athena. Cobra is the people's champ. Used to be, even I could tell. Yeah, Cobra. I can't argue that that's not my strong point. It isn't my strong point spotting that stuff. I think everyone is. Everyone I look at, I think is, because you all do stuff with your thumbs that I just can't. My thumbs are too old. I can't do the kind of stuff that you guys pull off.
Being defused by attackers.
All right, so
Bomb located by attackers.
cafeteria and garage. So we have seen this site get played twice, and it's been won by the defensive side both times. Both times. So this should look good for Free Elo. Clearly, Console and Meeting has been proven to be more dominating for the attackers, as we have seen it played 4 times, and Attack has won it 75% of that time that we've seen it get played. Cafeteria and Garage, however, like I say, played twice, won 100% by defense. So clearly this should be the right pick for Free Elo. If Athena can take the win on this site, it kind of suggests that Athena are likely to take this map, which will be very, very good for them. I know for a fact that Athena will be very disappointed with their performance so far in this league. 2 draws, 2 losses. It's not the Athena record that Athena will want. Free Elo will also be disappointed with their performance. 2 draws, 2 losses for them as well. However, they have put up good fights to get there. EMP grenade is going to go down, and that is going to allow Sarbomber to get up and open up this wall. Quick time with no denial. We've got Trashy here waiting to impact Trick. And that is going to stop that first Selma from doing too much more damage as Comms takes a whole lot of damage up on the top floor. Sorks are taking damage on the first floor. So both these players are running around. Looks like Davin was the man they got into a gunfight with. Here we go. Davin is waiting, just watching those white stairs. Or yellow stairs. People call them yellow, but there's so much more white than there is yellow. And then when you look at white stairs, there's actually a lot more yellow than there is white. It's so confusing. So confusing. Nursing just droning everything out. He hears a window break up in console and is going to watch it. Comms is sitting here on this hatch waiting for someone to come in, because quite often you can come in here and if we just go into third person, you can take control of a plant spot by opening up here and just completely denying anyone who comes to hit that diffuser, whether it's an attacker or defender. Comms is going to be relying on possibly an attacker coming up here to try and stop the plant. But at the moment, it's not something we're seeing. So Comms is just... Sorry, an attacker coming up there to try and stop the defender from cancelling that plant, as Davin Atkins gets a kill onto Glossy with a grenade. So well played. Now the walls are open enough, and players from Athena are going to move into sight. Trashy gets 2 quick picks as Comms gets one of his own onto Davin. Sarbomber does manage to get a kill, making it 3-2 now, with Athena at a huge disadvantage here. Sarbomber has the diffuser, and Kixor does take down that Evil Eye as the gunfire comes through the rotate, takes down Kix, leaving Sarbomber in a 1v3 all on his own. Sarbomber playing on support. Not as likely to pick off these 3 kills, especially with Comms just sitting here watching this position. There you go, Comms with the headshot takes that kill, and that is a round for free Elo, balancing it out with a 4-4. Alright, so Glossy is going to go for Rook this time. He's going to 6-pick off of Echo as we go to Lobby and Press.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, so Glossy is going to put down the armor. He is going to make sure that his teammates are dressed to kill as he puts down that 2XB merch. And his boys are going to run around literally with the 2XB logo on their chests, dressed in style to kill. Alright, so what kind of setup are we going to get coming out here in Lobby? We also have Doc being brought out, so possible spawn peaks going on here.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds remaining.
Bear with me for a second, stream. I just need to do some
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
admin type stuff. There we go. Alright. Okay, so Kix and Sarbomber are going to be rappelling up to console, to admin, not console. And they're going to do similar to what Free Elo did when they played, when Athena played this site, which is take control of admin, move over, get control of above the site, and then start to push their way down. We've only got Matty and Glossy upstairs. Glossy going to be holding that angle onto the skylight with Rook. Trashy just watching cams, giving calls. Comms playing downstairs in Visa with Sorksa playing on site. And Matty, like I said, playing upstairs with Glossy. Davin is going to be droning everything out as Sarbomber is going to try to avoid getting his drone caught by that Mozzie Pest. We hear Nursing opening fire. Looks like he knows that there is a player over there on the yellow stairs. Smoke is in meeting directly above the site. We're going to have a second player, that is Ziana, come down to join Nursing to see if they can flush him out. Matty looking out that window to see if he can get a peek onto the players repelling. And we have a player also coming from admin side, taking down the barbed wire. That's going to be Valley, who's going to be pushed back by the gas grenade of smoke. Comms playing downstairs, ready to flank up to the stairs if he needs to. Grenade is going to go out. That's not going to get a pick because the player in there has already dipped. Sorxa, though, manages to take down Kickswa. Great play there coming out from Sorxa. Two players both out on the balcony. Ace is going to open up that wall, allowing them to rotate as Nursing takes down Trashy. Davin goes down, though, to Matty through the wall. Pre-firing there. Oh, just a millimeter too far to the right. Nomad gets away with her life. Nomad Valley just sitting there. Balls of stills. Not Nomad, sorry, it's Nursing. Or is it? I can tell who it was. Matty takes down Nursing. Davin is downed. Pretty sure it was Nerdsink. Valley manages to get that revived. Glossy has been downed and finished off by Davin Atkins. As Sorks is going to pre-fire onto the player in Connector. He does get that kill. That's Valley out. Is a 3v2. And this is looking very, very favorable right now for free Elo. As Sorks gets another one. That's the triple. Leaving Davin all on his own. No diffuser and very, very low on health. Sorksa is going to open fire as he drops the hatch. Comms gets that last kill onto Davin as he comes up there from the spiral stairs and manages to get that pick, making it another round for free Elo. And free Elo go back in control of this game right now, 5-4 up. Alright, so the next site to get played is going to be Archives and Tellers. So, free Elo here, keen to push to every single site. Or they just don't want to try console and meeting again because they lost it. And they don't want to go back there. They can't go back to Cafeteria and Garage. They can't go back to Lobby and Press. So instead, they're going to go to Archives and Tellers. Now, we're going to see Matty's 6-pick Bandit and bring out Pulse. I did remind the teams that they could play Echo, but I guess it was decided with IQ on the board, just not worth bringing Echo because it's so easily taken out. Alright, so we are going to see a very standard sort of hold here, it looks like, minus Echo drones, where we reinforce all of the hatches.
Attackers have located a bomb. Initiate jammer. Swarming mag.
And then hold it from down below. Now, typically, like I say, you would have an Echo drone, but we've got Matty on Pulse, which was a 6-pick, so Athena aren't going to know, or they will know now, probably, that Matty is playing Pulse. Typically, you'd have Pulse playing down below, checking for heartbeats up above, and then you would just C4 when someone goes for the plant. But Kicks will be able to counteract that with IQ. Now, a good counter is also Thatcher, who can drop his EMP grenades and take that heartbeat sensor out of play, but we got Kicks who will be able to counter it with his gadget. Will be able to spot Pulse using that heartbeat sensor and then just shoot through the floor. So we are going to get Athena start to take control of console here to get control of the top floor, but we have Sorxa and Comms wanting to hold this. The reason for this is because you want to get a good hold of this hatch in order to protect the diffuser. Once you planted it, you can hold the stairs from here and also hold this other side from here. From that hatch. Nursing gets the early kill onto Comms though, and that is a part of the top floor hold taken apart already, leaving Sorxa all on his own, who has been doing a lot of work for free Elo here. He's at 11-5 right now, so just over a 2.0 KD. I'm not going to work out the exact maths because it's too hard for my old brain, but Davin takes down Glossy, and Sorxa is just going to drop and give it up. Oh no, that's the team kill from Davin, taking down Nursing with the grenade. That's a big oof and not something they want while they are a round down. Sarbomber droning everything out as Davin is going to take down some barbed wire and start pushing towards the site. Now it looks like we are definitely going to go for a plant right here in the office. Visa, as it would be called, or Tellers rather. It's Tellers. This is Visa, this is Tellers, I think. Pretty sure it's that way around. Pretty sure it's that way around. Yeah, because it's Archives and Tellers. Yeah, so Tellers is the room. Alright, so Trashy and Matty, last two players standing.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And they are going to be responsible for denying this plant. Davin very low on health. Sarbomber full on health, and probably the one that should go for the plant here, as he stands the most chance of soaking up a C4 hit and some bullets. Now he's going to want to plant. He can't go in just yet though, because Valley is. Yeah, he's going to go for a default plant right here on the desk. No, he's going to back out. That desk is actually broken as Kix gets those 2 quick kills onto Trashy and Matty, and I'm too busy watching the 2 attackers. But Kixwar's already moved downstairs and just shot them all through the wall. So fair played to Kixwar there as we go 5-5 at the end of round 10. And that means whatever happens, we will see these last 2 rounds get played out. This is a nice, evenly balanced game here tonight. And look at that, Davin Atkins up there with 15 kills and 4 deaths. 15 and 4. Wowzers. I mean, I can work that one out. That's a 3.5 KD. Cafeteria and Garage, the next site to get played by Free Elo. They did win it the one time they've played here, as I talked about earlier. We also saw Athena play this twice on defense, and this site has been won 100% of the times by the defensive team. So we have to say that at this point, it looks good for Free Elo to chalk this round up in the win column. But who knows, Athena could be having a second wind here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see overtime, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised to see overtime. I mean, I say that. The 2 sites that Free Elo have won already are both available to them to play. Lobby and Press is locked right now, but it will become unlocked after this round, so Free Elo will be able to go back there and see if they can repeat a win on this site and then repeat on Lobby and Press. That will put them... Well, that will win them this map. So how this map plays out right now for Free Elo is very important for them. If they lose this round, the chances are Athena could take the win. Because it will be a big loss of momentum for Free Elo. But let's see. I can only guess. Alright, sorry there, I was doing some admin stuff. Alright, so Glossy Club down at the bottom of yellow. Sorksa gets an early kill onto Valley as Nursing gets a refrag of his own, making it 4-4. We have Sorksa up above. He goes to that hatch, but Nursing reads into it and takes down that kill. And we have a very, very strong take of this first floor right now, with all the right holes being opened up. As I talked about in the previous round here, this is going to be used to deny anyone from stopping the plant or from disabling it once it is planted, and that was what Comms was hoping for, but he did get taken down. Or Sorksa, one or the other. I can't remember which one it was. It's someone from the GSG9. And Sarbomber takes down Glossy. 2v4 now. Trashy and Matty, last 2 players standing. Oh, Nursing with a team kill of his own. That's not what you need at this point. Oh my god, Athena, 2 team kills, 2 rounds in a row. Matty going into the kitchen. We have Iana rushing downstairs. That is Davin. He takes a bit of damage, but does some damage to Trashy as well. It's a 2v2. 1v2 as Davin takes down Trashy. Matty is the last man standing, and Bomber is revived. And Davin gets that last kill onto Matty. And finally, the attackers have won Cafeteria and Garage. And that puts Athena onto match point. Cafeteria and Garage is still left available though now for free elo, and they're going to go back there and give it another crack. Bear with me for a second, chat. Just doing some stuff.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
All right.
attackers.
Just going to give this a bit of an Overwatch for a moment. I will be
Bomb
back.
located by attackers.
Camera feed up and running.
Floor reinforcement complete. 10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left.
All right, so lobby and press. No, sorry, Cafeteria and Garage again.
Attackers are heading
And we're
out
going to have some spawn peaks coming out here from free elo. Bit different for them, not something they often do, but we have seen it a bit recently. Trying to do something a little bit different to mix up their teammates. Mix up their opponents. As Matty is going to be upstairs, but he's going to make his way back downstairs now. And he's going to go into security. Air jab goes off. Not sure where that is. Is it going to get capitalized on? Sorksa does take some damage, so I'd assume it was Sorksa that got hit by it. Yes, he is back on the yellow stairs. Star Bomber is getting this main door open, but he takes a lot of damage while he's doing so. Trashy's going to be rotating through the rotate. We've got one playing behind pillar. That is Matty on Maestro. As Comms playing downstairs in security hallway. They're going to peek that angle. Nursing takes down Matty. 4v5 now with advantage going to Athena as Nursing has dropped out and is getting ready to take the site along with his teammates. Comms playing right by the pallets. Pipes rather, is going to rotate out, come up the lobby stairs and try to get a flank here. We can see Sorks are up on the top floor. And this is the defenders very widely split out here. Oh, Davin Atkins with a grenade kill onto Trashy. That leaves the site open. And they can now just walk in. Comms is getting his way back, but the site is completely clear. And Athena could just walk in and plant at this point. We have Glossy upstairs waiting to deny that though. And this could be the problem. They need to take out Glossy. And there you go, that's Nursing taking him down. Sorksa takes down Davin Atkins as he is playing upstairs on the first floor, but he is very low on health. Kickswar is down on site. He's not going to get taken out by that impact as Star Bomber is in with the diffuser. He's not going to start to plant just yet. He's going to take down a kill, and then he is going to go for the plant. As Valley is the last, Sorksa is the last player standing. And Athena take the round, and that is Athena winning 7-5. On free Elo's map. Well played to both teams. GG to them. Good half. But that is a clear victory for Athena going 7-5 up. A good fight from free Elo there, but unfortunately just not enough to take the win. Which means we will be going to map number 2, as we would do anyway, which is going to be Coastline, which should be even more Athena favoured. So this could be Athena on track for the win here tonight. All right, so wait a minute. That's not right. That's right. 0-1. Athena. 1 up. I'm so used to Athena being the blue team. Alright, so the next map is going to be Coastline. And we're going to have both teams wanting to start on attack, but because it is Athena's map pick, Free Elo got to go first and pick what side they want to start on for regulation. They picked attack, as you would kind of expect on Coastline. So we are going to get Free Elo attacking first, with Athena attacking first, should we get to overtime. Side versus JPC is going to be taking place on Wednesday night at 6:30. No game tomorrow night because Flex are no longer in the league. So Apollo get a pass for tomorrow night. They get a night off. And then on Thursday at 6:30 we have the King's Creed versus Mutiny, and that should be one hell of a game. Alright, I will just play a little ad and we will be back very, very shortly. One of them is Jacob Booty playing on Sledge, watching the left side. We've got one watching the right side. C4 goes out. Oh, what a kill for Cobra Rosen. Nomad is there waiting to get the frag as he's distracted. Joshy takes down Ease, leaving him in a 1v3. He manages to take down Ash. That's the triple kill. Jay could do himself some damage here. Oh, well played to Jacob Booty. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We have seen Athena take map number 1. We will now be heading over to map 2 very, very shortly. And we are just waiting for possible subs to come in here. We have had a couple of players drop out, so there could be subs being played. We will find out very, very soon. Very soon. Just realised my computer has been not on mute, so hopefully you haven't heard too much noise. But I don't think there has been any noise coming from it anyway. Now, let's remind ourselves of the community poll. 12% of Twitter think that we will get a tie. 37% of Twitter think Free Elo will take the win. Well, they're wrong. 51% of Twitter think Athena is going to take the win. Going over to Coastline, I'm going to be honest. I think we could see an Athena win here tonight. Alright, looks like we are getting a sub in on map number 2 for Athena. Not for Free Elo, but for Athena we will be having a sub. We're going to be having Cobra Rosen stepping in. The people demanded Cobra Rosen. We have Cobra Rosen. Rarity, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for coming along. Very much appreciated for coming along, showing the support to the teams. Zero. Why isn't Zero allowed? Well, firstly, we're not completely governed here by, you know, the seasons. We're running across seasons. I had originally put that we would just ban Zero until the end of the league because, you know, why mix it up? We've had 4 weeks of group stages with no Zero. kind of seems pointless bringing him out now, halfway through the group stages, or 2/3 through the group stages even, and making the last 2 weeks that different. I doubt we'd see much play from him anyway at this point. But what we'll do is we will enable Zero ready for the playoffs, so that will give the teams just a couple of extra weeks to get used to not having him play, and then some extra time for them to get used to having him in their team and allowing him to come out ready for the playoffs. So that's what we're going to do. And we are just waiting for all the players to come in. We do have most of them here. Alright, I will be back very, very shortly. Wade with a kill onto Noticed. Wade with a triple kill as he gets another one onto Hit and Miss. Clash comes in, puts the shield on the back. Wade gets the drop shot.
Windows right now, Neck with a lovely shot onto Adam. Oh, that was actually a headshot into the shoulder. If Neck with a double right now onto Den. Loon's only going to get a revive onto Rarity. But that is Necker triple already. Necker's going to see. Chris Sack. Oh, Necker with the ace! Oh, what an ace!
He's going to run away. He realistically should have come with the kill. The C4 also goes out to Callie's. Callie's very weak. Sway's going to turn around. He's going to find one. No, he's going to find two. An excellent play from Sway, making up. Which was actually that is a triple kill. I didn't even see.
Right, welcome back. Everyone is in the game. Everyone has readied up, so we are going to get going now. Right over to Coastline, map number 2, to see if Athena will take the win, or if Free Elo will manage to bring this to a draw. And that's not ideal for either team. Athena will be working hard here to get the win. They are going to want this win. They need this win. Alright, so we have Athena defending first, so they will be banning first yet again. We saw them ban Jackal in the first map. Will they ban him again this time, or will they do something a little bit different? They are going to ban Nomad. Okay. Good pick. This is a good map for runouts, and it's good for, especially if you're planting kitchen service. Just stick an air jab on there, make sure no one runs out. We are going to get the Blackbeard ban coming again from Free Elo. Clearly they just don't want to play against Blackbeard, which is interesting because I don't really think that most of Athena play Blackbeard. Next we are going to see Free Elo banning Vigil. One of Nerdsink's favourite ops in the last map. He is just a good operator. Vigil is a very, very good operator. One of my favourite ones to play, that's for sure. Great utility, great gun. Gadget, yeah, it's good. It's a good gadget. But he is just a good all-round operator. Whether he's on site or off site, it doesn't matter. And Pulse is going to get banned by Athena. Very good for denying plants from down below. Obviously for hookah and billiards. So that is Pulse out of the picture. Goodbye, Pulse. He was allowed in the last map, but not in this one. As we now start map 2. Now, as you can see, we have had a new player join Athena. As a great man once said, "You ask for miracles, Theo, I give you Cobra Rosen." What film would that be from? It wasn't actually that line, obviously, exactly. I did change a little bit of it. But if you know that film, fair play to you. Alright, so Kitchen and Service is going to be the first site to get played here by Athena. We're going to have Glossy bringing out the Electro Beat Dokkaebi. Alright, so this is going to be interesting. We've got Jackal, we've got Dokkaebi. We have plenty of
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
roam hunting going on here. Coming out from Athena, Free Elo rather. This could be interesting. This could be very interesting. All right, so let's see what kind of setup we are going to get. We are going to have a standard reinforcement and rotate here between the two sites. Nothing unusual. Standard double reinforcement here. Standard double here with a rotate here. We will probably get holes opened up at the top of this wall, or it will get done later, if not now. Looks like Davin is hunting drones over here in Sunrise. He can see Sorks' drone. No, he thinks it's up the top, but it's not. Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, it was. It is. He can't get to it. Oh, no! To be fair, if he had a Mozzie Pest still, he could probably shoot it up at the ceiling and that would grab it. I believe Davin is going to get that hatch late. Not too late, though. Not as late as we saw it getting picked up last week by Flex, which caused Mute to get killed. Valley's going to be playing downstairs on site with Cobra Rosen up at the top of White. Pre-firing the window, as often people repel up there. Nerdsig playing downstairs in the lobby. Bomber playing Maestro again, sticking on cams, giving intel to his teammates. And Davin Atkins playing on Mozzie, just waiting for a push. And the pre-fires come out through that doorway. Davin knows that someone's going to be coming that way. Now, will they be able to drone him out? That is the question. Drone just goes past the doorway. It doesn't see him. Now it does. They know that he's there. He's going to shoot that drone out, and he's going to back out as Free Elo put all of their gunpowder onto it from that doorway. But Davin takes down Glossy as Glossy tries to move in. Sorksa gets that refrag, though, and that is Davin taken out of commission. Default camera goes down as well, as Trashy is now upstairs in hookah with Cobra Rosen just sitting here in the pink bar of billiards room, waiting for someone to come out. Trashy doesn't know that he's there, and he gets taken down by the mighty Cobra. Diffuser is dropped, and sitting out there on 90, Sorksa goes down as well. Quick double there. And that's the third! Cobra Rosen taking down Comms. Cobra, where were you in map number 1? Matty is the last man standing. No ace for Cobra, because that kill is stolen away by Cobra's teammate. Pre-firing through the wall, Cobra is going to want that 4K. Cobra coming around to theatre. Pre-firing through that wall. Matty just moving back, scared, not knowing what to do. He's going to check for footprints. That is a smart play here because there should be footprints near this doorway. But they are going to be old. So while they will pick up Ella, they are going to die very, very quickly. He knows exactly where she is. That's the last ping, I think. He's looking for more footprints, but she hasn't been there. No, there wasn't the last ping. Okay, so the footprints aren't as... what's going on? He's looking for white pings down below, I guess. Yellow pings, rather, down on Sassar Bomber, but they're not paying off. He's going to see some more footprints. There's a drone giving intel. So they had a drone there saying exactly where Ella would be. Ping goes out, but Cobra moves at just the right moment and gets that 4K. Round number 1 picks up a 4K. Well played to Cobra Rosen. Olo, you are right. It is Die Hard. Yes, well done. Absolutely right. R6 Olo. Die Hard was the film that I was going for. So, well played. I was going to say well played to Athena, but well played to Cobra Rosen. Denying pretty much the whole of Athena from even making it down onto the first floor. Well played. Well played. Alright, Hookah and Billiards is going to be the next site to get played by Athena. Glossy is going to 6-pick Dokkaebi and go onto Lion instead. Along with Jackal. And it looks like we are getting a bit of a meta here coming out from Free Elo that is known to be the one that you pull out when you really need a win.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, I'm not saying it's not a valid. I'm just saying that's what people do.
Bomb located by attackers.
It's just what they do. And that's maybe what's happening here. It may not be. But still, it doesn't matter. We are on round number 2. And Athena have taken an early lead by putting the first round on the board. This is a very good map for them. They do like this map. It's a fragging map. They are a team of strong fraggers, mostly. Not going to call anyone out. Not my style. So you expect Athena to do well here. Historically, when I've seen Free Elo play this map, they haven't done that well. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. So this could be the win now for Athena. Putting their first win on the board in this league. It's only taken them 5 weeks to get to it, but this would be their first win. Glossy just peeking all the standard windows here as they start to make his way towards the office. Davin Atkins is playing in the office. Now, office is one that you kind of want to get control of before you push into Aqua, because you can C4 deny Aqua from below. You spend a lot of time in Aquarium typically, so it is a big risk. And we are going to get the Lion Charge go down as Free Elo push in. And Davin Atkins manages to take down one, but he doesn't count on there being 3 or 4 of them there as Comms gets that refrag. 4-4. Oh, Comms pushes in to security, but Cobra Rosen is waiting there. That Grismot hurting both players, but Cobra Rosen had the advantage, knowing exactly where the player is going to be coming from, and he gets that kill, but is refragged by Sorksa, making it 3-3 now. A much more balanced for these two teams. We still have to get upstairs to the site. We've got one player, sorry, we've got all 3 players over here on the site, and this is probably where they're going to stay. We're likely to not see much roam coming out from these remaining players, as Matty and Trashy are going to rotate out and come from an Aqua side. And with Matty having Diffuser, it looks like we are going to get an Aquarium and Hookah take for a default plant, probably around here. But Nursing is going to put pay to that as he takes down Sorksa, but Trashy shoots him right in the face back, and that is now 2v2, as Trashy sends out Utility, taking down that Banshee on the pool table, which would really slow down these 2 players, and he is going to drop and go downstairs. Possibly for some denial from below, as Matty's going to look for those footprints, give him a scan. Who's he going to pick? He's going to find Malusi. Default cam already taken out. We know where Sar Bomber is. He is right behind this barway. Barway? Valley just watching through a dirty little bullet hole, waiting for that default plant. There's not much that can happen here. Trashy rappelling upside down to try and get a pick onto Sar Bomber as he comes out. Trashy does take down Sar Bomber. That plant is going to start to go down. It's going to be successful as Valley's going to push it a little bit too late. He knows there's a player on the window. He pre-fires and he gets that kill. Well played to Valley. Well read into. 1v1. Matty just waiting outside. He's going to go and repel. Valley can hear it. He pre-fires it and almost messes it up, but he manages to get that kill. He's going to see the Diffuser in the default spot, and Athena take round number 2, making it 2-0. Well played. So well played there to Athena. When did they give Dokubi her nades back, says Turtle Hitman. Yeah, it was this season. Oh, Olo already answered it. Yeah, she got them back this season. I was very disappointed when she first lost them. No, it was the Claymore. I was disappointed when she lost the Claymore. That hurt. That hurt. Alright, Penthouse and Theatre is going to be the next site to get played by Athena. They like to play all sites. Let's take a quick look at our replays. And remind ourselves of some of the fun things that happened in that round. Oh, Davin getting killed. Okay. That was more for the first... That was more for the kill that Davin got. I mean, that was a nice kill there from Valley. And then, not quite as nice, but it was a kill. There you go. That's the double. Well played to Valley for clutching up that round for Athena. And there we see the scoreboard with Cobra Rosen doing very well for his team right now. Having 5 kills at the top of that leaderboard. Alright, so Penthouse and Theatre. Let's take a look at some stats. In this league, this site is 75% attacker favoured. Now, we've only seen this map get played twice, I think. Just twice. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good move coming out from Athena. I guess they feel that their attack, or their hold rather, is strong enough. We will find out. We will find out very soon as Valley is going to peek out for a little spawn peek. Is this going to pay off?
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
I have the constant red things at the top of my screen, but there's no perceptible lag here. Right, he's going to see one, but he's going to miss the head and he is going to back out. Sounded like Zofia firing a few shots up there. Claymore is going to go out onto the doorway of service, and that's going to stop the standard run out. We've got no Nomad, but we do have Gridlock putting tracks down here, which is going to slow down any player that tries to come out through this doorway. So I'm going to slow them down much. Possible still to get a kill from it, but I don't know. Let's see. Cobra is going to be responsible for playing downstairs with Davin, just supporting him over here on Cool Vibes. C4 gets replaced, but there is no one there. Doesn't find the target, and that is that waste of that C4 from Cobra. As 3 players from Free Elo are now prepping to move in, start to take control above site. Valley and Sarbomber are up here together, playing Mirror and Legion. With a standard mirror windows, Sarbomber takes down Glossy. Well played to Sarbomber. Like that was the kill through the hole there in the wall. Nicely done. Nicely done. Gotta like that. Look at that. Yeah, right there. Through that breach hole. Wow. Right, Trashy is in and starting to move towards site as Matty takes down Valley. 4v4 now with the drones in sight, giving all the intel needed to the teammates. But that's two players very quickly taken down for Free Elo, leaving us down at 2v4. And this is going to be very, very difficult for Free Elo to fight their way back, as there is players holding very strong angles here through that doorway as you push from Guitar into the site. We've got Cobra Rosen playing downstairs, just running around the lobby, refiring stuff, giving away his position. Nerdsink holding here, waiting for a swing in. Sarbomber watching the door behind him and also the doorway from Guitar. If he waits here for another moment, he'll see a player come that way, very possibly. There's Utility. He knows that the player is now in the bathroom, has been spotted. Ash just tags him with a breaching round from below, but doesn't do enough damage to make it really worthwhile. Just like Nerdsink is going to spot him, and he gets that double kill. And that leaves Trashy all on his own in a 1v4. He is a good gunsmith, but will he be able to take down 4 players in 30 seconds? I'm thinking possibly not, especially with a Mozzie drone following him, giving all of the intel needed. He hasn't got time to stop to take out that drone. He's going to look to the player on 90, but there is a player behind him as well, as Davin takes him out through that hole with his pistol. Which is why I tried to switch to Davin in just the nick of time. I was a little bit slower than I would like to have been, but I did get there in the end. I did get there in the end. So that is another round on the board for Athena. Okay. Alright, Kitchen and Service is going to get played again by Athena. We're going to have Glaz brought out this time. He's not getting 6-picked, he is just being brought out. We've got Finker getting 6-picked onto Lion. And this very likely is going to be a plant in service entrance with Glaz watching it from the back. Just checking through smoke grenades. We'll see how many smokes there are. Let's see how many smokes there are on the attacking side when we launch in here. We can see we've got 2. Oh, 2. Okay. To be fair, I couldn't remember. I guess none of the other operators actually have smoke grenades. Ash doesn't. Sophia doesn't. I can't remember about Lion. He's got stuns and one other thing. I can't remember what they are. Thank you very... Oh, never mind. I already called that one. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Lava Only, thank you for the follow. I missed that earlier. Thank you. That is appreciated. Alright, so what kind of setup are we going to get down here in Kitchen and Service? We've seen this site get played already. We're going to see very much the same setup that we saw before. Standard reinforcement and rotate, standard double and rotate. Triple wall this time, not a double. As Davin is going to moonwalk over here in Sunrise and wait to get pushed. Looks like he's probably got a drone of his own that he wants to use. Let's have an overview of what's going on. Looks like we are definitely going to get an aim here for a kitchen and service push. We've got 4 players just stacking up there right now. Sorxa gets the early kill onto Valley. No more goo mines. The longer that Valley, playing as Legion, is in the round for, the stronger he's going to get. But that's a lot of utility taken off the board very early. He'll only have been able to get 3 goo mines down in the time that he's been alive. Sar Bomber is going to sit just watching the kitchen, contemplating, is it time to try and make a sandwich? C4 is going to go out as the plant goes down, but Glossy Club with the OM4 or whatever it's called manages to get that kill and deny that C4, but the plant is denied by Gun as Glossy picks up the diffuser and moves into sight. There's a couple of holes in the bottom of the floor there. Glossy is the last man standing. He knows exactly where Ella is. He opens fire, doesn't manage to get the pick. He moves in to try and flank. He's got the pistol. Oh no, he whiffs it. Oh, and Cobra just spins around and gets that headshot. The fire rate there on the Scorpion coming in clutch for Cobra Rosen. Oh, he sees him just in the nick of time. That helped a lot, that he actually saw him. So unfortunate there for Glossy. That was a free kill, but Cobra just quicker. Cobra just quicker. So 4-0 up right now for Athena, and they are going to go back to hookah and billiards. Alright, hookah and billiards. Nook is going to get played here, and we are going to see Trashy 6 picking off of Thatcher. And who's he going to bring? Going to bring Ying. Okay, going to use Davin's very own favourite operator against him in hookah and billiards. Alright, now we have seen this site get played once already by Athena. It has been won 100% of the times, just like every other site that has been played here by Athena. Let's take a look at the stats right now. So I think we looked at kitchen earlier. Or was it penthouse? No, it was penthouse we looked at. Not hookah and billiards. So this site, 45% attacking favoured, 55% defender favoured. Now, Free Elo could rehost. They could rehost, but it looks like they're deciding not to. Which is interesting, because at this point, I would have thought you'd want to take every opportunity you can to stay in this game and win it, rather than going in a 4v5 when you're 4 rounds down. Yeah. I don't know if this is the right play from Free Elo. I don't know if this is the right play to stick in. Personally, I feel they should be rehosting at this point. But they're not going to. Sar Bomber opening up the door there, looking like he's getting ready to go for a peek. He is going to go for a peek. Here we're seeing the new meta come into play where you're spotted after like 1 second. And then if you stay outside too long, you just die. I haven't had it happen to me yet, but I have seen the message popping up. Alright, so we are going to have the Athena players spreading out quite a bit with Glossy repelling on the window here, just outside the site. Comms standing up here on the balcony, taking down all the default cams are going to drop. Sorta takes a bit of damage as he gets into a gunfight in blue stairs with Davin Atkins, who gets taken down eventually. That C4 doesn't get a chance to do anything. As Dokkaebi sends out the phone calls, Goo Mine gets dropped right in that doorway that's just been opened up there by Comms. So he's not going to be able to just walk in. Valley sitting here in the corner is going to take out the drone. He's going to see Nook and just reposition himself and get that kill. Comms goes down as Sorxa takes down Cobra Rosen. We are going to see a second kill there. That is Sorxa taken down by Valley, leaving Glossy all on his own in a 1v3. And he looks completely the wrong way, thinking that Valley's still in the corner, but he isn't. He's moved, and he gets his 3k. And that's another round on the board for Athena. Cobra Rosen given the gunny. Yes, he is. Trashy is back in the game. That is very fortunate for Free Elo. I so believe they should have rehosted. Maybe they felt there was no point. Maybe they felt there was no point. And would just waste a rehost that potentially they needed later. Who's to say? But taking on a 4v5 at this point, very, very risky. Very risky. And it didn't pay off. Oh, we missed it. Didn't catch that replay. Oh well, never mind. We caught that one though. That's okay. That's good. Alright, so double bar is going to be the last site played by Athena on defense, at least in regulation. If we get to overtime, they'll have another crack at it. But at the moment, they're 5-0 up. Even if Free Elo win this next round, it's going to be very, very challenging for them to bring it back and win enough in a row to take this into overtime or just get a straight win. Hey, welcome to the stream, Necro and Henry.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So, double bar. We don't have smoke. We don't have... Well, we have one shield. Will it get placed on Pengu? Or is Cobra going to do something different with his shield? Star Bomber sticking up his Maestro Evil Eyes there. Nearly pulled my headset out.
Bomb located by attackers.
Nursing just running around, going upstairs with his teammate Davin. Going to put a Banshee here to slow down a push down. Cool vibes. Standard holes opened up here in the bar. That's going to allow a player from over here in lobby or courtyard to be able to get a peek onto anyone pushing into the blue bar, either from the window, the door, or the wall, trying to go for a plant. Now, ideally, what you want to do here, possibly as an attacker, if you can achieve it, open up a hole right here. And you could just possibly sneak in and plant here behind the bar. It's risky. You need someone watching the courtyard. But you could possibly get away with it as we hear a C4 get ripped. And Glossy is just rushing in with Blitz. I didn't even notice this. Nursing, though, takes down Comms. Sorksa gets denied as well. Cobra is dead. Oh, no. And already Glossy and Matty are the only two players standing in a 2v4. Matty is going to follow his teammate in. And that's Glossy dead. Free Elo trying something out here. It hasn't paid off. And we've got to say, this is looking like an easy 6-0. No, now's not the time for cams, Comms. Matty, rather. Oh, no, he doesn't. He hits some shots, but just not enough. Valley with the pistol takes down Matty. And that is 6-0 at the end of the first half. Ten kills for Cobra. 7 for Valley, coming in and doing work. That's another 3.5 KD for Valley right here. It was Davin earlier, now it's Valley. We got Cobra on a 3 and a bit. Top fragger Sorksa is even. Free Elo just not putting in the work needed here on attack. And people say this is an attacking sided map. Free Elo are now going to switch over onto defense. And Athena just one round away from taking this and having a 2-0 at the end of this matchup, which means we will get an interview with Davin Atkins. Davin will be very happy to do an interview. It'll be his first interview in this league. And it's one that I'm sure he is gagging to talk about and give. Alright, so Sorksa is going to 6-pick Kavera and go on to Clash while we're just waiting for Sovia to load in. Nerd has now loaded in. Nerd is now synced with the servers. And we are ready to go. Matty is going to put down his Rook armor. And make sure his teammates are literally dressed to kill in their 2XB merch. So, well played to Matty there.
Attackers have located a bomb.
If Free Elo don't win the game, at least they get some achievement points on the leaderboard. Now, with the rate that Athena have been fragging out, Rook might be a good pick because it means that unless it's a headshot, they're not going to die instantly. They will still have a chance. Matty does a little bit of damage to himself with an impact grenade somehow. Opening up the hatch. That's not the play. That's not the play. As Trashy's going to be running around upstairs using the iron sights. Good man, good man. That is the sight of choice for Bandit. Matty team killing comms. Okay. I don't know if this is deliberate or accidental. I mean, I don't see how that could be accidental. IQ pushes his way into sights. Sorksa just spins around and gets taken down. I think at this point, Free Elo have given up. and decided, let's just get it over with. Matty downstairs. Glossy still holding the doorway as Matty comes up to join his teammate. It's a 2v4 now.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Track stingers out!
Got Iana laid down outside that doorway. No, it's not Iana. Who is it? It's Valley laid down outside that doorway.
Stingers active! Tracks deployed!
Now we have a very special stream achievement. And this is the only game it could possibly come out in. Nursing takes down Glossy. Matty is the last man standing. And this special achievement that we have is this one right here. Keeping positive. Bomber got more kills than deaths. GG's to both teams. Free Elo just not wanting to continue any further with that and just giving it away to Athena. Most unfortunate for Free Elo. Very good for Athena as they take their first win in R6XBPL and put themselves in a much better position for making it to playoffs. Now, even with that loss, it's possible that Free Elo could still qualify. They're dependent on King's Creed and Athena not winning any of the other games that they play and then winning their next game. So it's possible, but is it likely to happen? We're talking about the King's Creed and Athena. I mean, Athena, this is their first win. King's Creed have won most of their games, especially now that Den's on board. So you've got to assume that at this point, it's not looking good for Free Elo. All right. That means we get an interview with Mr. Davin Atkins. He does love an interview. Let's head on over. Let's call him up. And let's have a little chat with him. Davin, are you there?
Yeah, mate, can you hear me?
Hello. Oh, yeah, very quietly. Let me turn your volume up. Hello?
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's better. All right. Mr. Davin Fradkins, your first interview in this league, your first win. How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling pretty good. I mean, we've been choking for weeks now. So we're glad that we finally got rid of that the little chokes. We knew that they were going to be really prepared for Consulate, so we're glad we did that one. And game on, I guess. We're back in the potential race for getting out of the group.
Yeah, it's not. To be fair to Free Elo, even they could still qualify, but they're relying on you and King's Creed not winning the rest of your games and them getting a win in their next game. So it's not impossible for them, but it's improbable. Whereas you have now put yourselves into the same position as the King's Creed. You're not out of the running. It's still going to be a tough one for you in your last game, and you are dependent on King's Creed performance as well, but it's looking a lot more likely for you guys to make it to playoffs, and it's good to see you in that position. This is the only league where you haven't been performing. What do you put that down to, do you think? If you even could put a measure on it.
Well, first thing is, I actually think Freelo are technically out now because us and King's Creed play each other, and we're both 3 points ahead of them. So no matter what, one of us will go into second place.
Oh, yeah,
so,
of course, because even if you get a draw, yes.
Yeah. And we're actually not necessarily dependent on the King's Creed result either. It'll go to round difference if we beat them next week.
Yeah.
But the very first week that we played, it was one of those days, which I'm sure a lot of teams have, where everyone logs on and just no one wanted to play Siege that day. So that was sort of the first Vanquish game, and we got blew out of the water because Vanquish were clearly very motivated. They were playing really well.
Yeah.
It was just one of those days that we just didn't want to play. Then we played Freelo, who looked very much like they had prepared specifically for Theme Park because they were doing a lot of spawn peaks and stuff and catching us, which the Freelo don't usually do. So we got a bit caught off there. And at the time, some of our players underperformed during that game. King's Creed looked a very similar thing to preparing for one map. it was not close on Cafe, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they turned into this really amazing team on the second map, which was
complete switch.
their map. But we managed to get some round difference there in terms of the actual draw. But yeah, and then Mutiny. I think Mutiny was just really unfortunate timing. It was a brand new season. We were the first team to play in the new season. The Jaeger change is huge. The Wamai change is huge. It completely changes the style of play. It changes what's good in the leagues. It changes what's not. And if you rewatch our Villa map against Mutiny, we were trying to play in the old style. We knew that the changes were coming. We tried to make some tweaks, but we didn't expect it to be as significant as it's been in terms of the meta. So we really got punished on Villa, and then we were literally trying to figure out how we're supposed to play the meta in the middle of map 2 against Mutiny. And then since then, we went on to beat Flex, and we've won today. So I think we've now sort of got it figured out. Unfortunate timing on days and preparation from other teams, really, is why we're in this situation.
So what changes it? I mean, this has been talked about by a lot of people. I don't think we've talked about it in any interviews on here, and maybe there are some people out there that don't understand it too much. I'm probably one of them, to be fair. What is the difference in the meta now, without going into a long description of every single gadget change, etc.? As a summary, do you think it is what makes it so different to previous?
It's definitely more attacker favored. It's not necessarily every map is attacker favored, but it's the balance has shift towards attack. In terms of sitting and bunkering or playing behind shields, or the best way to say it is if you have a one man position, it's a position that's really strong and just one guy can hold it. An example would be on Villa, top main stairs. You got a shield, you got some ADSs, you got a Wamai, some barbed wire. You can hold top main by yourself. You don't need support. You can just hold out. But with the new meta, with the shield's gone and the Jaeger changes, you just can't do it. They're going to destroy your utility. You just can't hold it. So the one-man position's gone, and it's now more about playing as groups, which is what we've been trying to work on.
Okay. So that's a good summary. Thank you. So as we go to Consulate, it's a map that Free Elo are strong on, are strong on typically, historically. For the first half, 3-3. It's back and forth a little bit. We then got over to the second half, and it started to look again a little bit back and forth. But then you took the last 3 rounds on it very confidently. Was there a conscious shift? What do you think played into just winning those last 3 in a row? That was the first time either of you had won 3 in a row. Was there a shift, or was it just Athena just playing?
Well, they were repeating a lot of similar things that they'd done in the first few rounds. So we were looking at it like they were doing double ADS by the drone hole. We were like, okay, let's burn this, get an aid, let's get rid of them early. So we were looking at where they were playing, and we saw this guy in pipes, and you can get an aid kill on him. He ended up swinging, and I think Elliot got him. Then there's a guy always in white van. The ADSs are gone, so now we can nade him for free, which is what we got. So it's a lot of them doing the same things. And when we were 4-5 down, we had to we had a bit of a talk, and we're we cannot afford to draw today. If we don't pick it up right now, the miracle's gone. So either we start playing like the team that we should be playing and we play in other leagues, or we're out. And luckily we managed to pick it up. We got the win. And then, that was how we got through Consulate. It's a pretty new map for us as well, all things considering.
Yeah, we don't see you play Consulate a lot. I've probably only seen you play it twice, maybe, in the time that I've been watching you guys play. So it's good to see you come out on there and do well on it. Like I say, a strong map for Free Elo typically. We did see 2 team kills, though, coming out from you guys. It was you and I think NerdSync. Did that affect anything? I mean, to be fair, I think it was in the rounds that you won anyway. So obviously it didn't affect too much. But what was the mood like when that happened?
We were still focused. We were still really desperate on making sure we got through that map. I think both times I think the first one was a misunderstanding in communication to what we were talking about. The second one was, I think there was a call that came out where the person was, and I think they just both happened to commit to dealing with going off the intel and just got in each other's way a little bit. But I'm not exactly sure. I was still alive the second one, but that's what it sounded like, at least.
Right. Now, I'll be honest, when it came to predictions for this one, regardless of whatever I said on the predictions panel before the game, I was talking to Mrs. Toot just before we started, and in my mind, I kind of was thinking possibly, likely, Free Elo take Consulate and you guys take Coastline for the tie. Consulate was as close as I thought it might be, but Coastline, although I suspected that would be your map, I didn't expect it to be quite so dominant. Free Elo started on attack, like you say, the side that typically is supposed to be favoured on Coastline, but Free Elo just couldn't bring it together. They had a couple of good efforts with some rushes that almost paid off, but they didn't. You just managed to bring it back. What do you think happened to enable you to get a 7-0 on Coastline, and were you expecting it?
Don't think we were expecting the 7-0. We knew we were going to win, and we knew we were going to win Coastline big. So for the rushes, the thing that gave the rushes away, like we were fully aware to them, was the second time they rushed was just really obvious, like all the ops blitz and stuff.
Yeah.
But the first time they gave it away by the Glaz pick. As soon as we noticed Glaz, we thought, oh, they're going to look like they're trying. They might try and plant on service door, so they're going to try and either flood through. At first, we thought Monty, but then realized he's still banned right now. So those 2 rounds, their operator selection gave away what they were trying to do. I just don't think they could have prepared for Coastline. It's a new season. We're not playing the same way we used to do. Freelo's success often relies on them preparing. And Coastline is a frag-heavy map, which I don't think it would be controversial to say that we have better fraggers on Athena to Freelo, and Cobra shown that in the Coastline game.
Cobra showed it well, going with a 4K in his first round. So, coming in strong for the team there. And Trashy, Valley, your new pickup, started out weak in the first couple of rounds, but really managed to bring it back and show that he hasn't lost his touch for being in the team. So it looks like he was a good one to bring back, certainly when it comes to looking at the kill counts anyway. I mean, there was a couple of times where, well, in fact, on Consulate, there was one point where you had like a 3.5 KD. Valley had one as well, and Cobra almost had one too in Coastline at one point. So, yeah, with the fragging, like you say, clearly favouring your team there. I don't think Free Elo would class themselves as a fragging team. They're more sort of strat-based or try to be more strat-based rather than out-and-out fragging, except for maybe a couple of their players, so I don't think that's a surprise. But yeah, I didn't expect 7-0. I mean, yeah, well played to you for that one. So who are you playing next? It's King's Creed, isn't it? I think, if I remember rightly. Let me check.
Yeah, King's Creed next week.
Week number 6, that's your very last game. Okay. So, I don't know there's any point in asking you this because I know what answer you should give. And what are the confidence levels like at the moment? Let's just, for people that don't know that watching the stream, you'll have heard us talk about how you could still qualify for playoffs, but it's possible not to still at this point, 50-50. But whatever happens, you qualify for the next season of this league, so that's in the bag. What do you think is likely to happen next week? I mean, how optimistic are you guys being?
We know it's going to be hard because it's essentially a playoff game in a way. It's a knockout game. We know it's going to be hard, but we've set ourselves in a good position after today. We know what we needed to do. We set a task for today, a personal one that we achieved. We're all about the win next week. It's very important. We're pretty confident we can beat them. They've had roster changes. I don't necessarily know if it's been an improvement to past versions of King's Creed. It looks like it might be a similar ability level. And you know, that was Valley's first game ever playing for us today. Well, since his return, so he's going to get better as the games go on. A big thing was adapting to the meta, which we've definitely done now. So we're getting a bit stronger in that. So I'm confident we can win next week and make it out of the playoffs. Make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see how that one's going to play out. That's for sure. It's very rare that Athena don't make it to a playoffs. In fact, are there any playoffs that Athena haven't made it to in any league yet?
Our worst finish in any league has been the semi-final of XCL Season 2, which was single elimination. Right. Other than that, it's been the final. Yeah. So final and one semi-final and everything else, yeah.
Yes, this is a big one for you in the record. Okay, well, let's see how that plays out. Keep my fingers crossed. Well, for both teams, impartial, obviously, but keep my fingers crossed. It'd be good to see you pull this back. So next week's actually going to be a really big game. possibly a game of the week then, based on the two teams. All right. Finally, is there anything you want to say to the stream before we close, or just anything that you want to just talk through?
Make sure you tune in next week and yeah, watch us versus King's Creed. Hopefully, we'll make it out of the groups and
and follow you on Twitter.
That's
new
not a bad idea. I hear it's pretty fun.
All right. Well, it's been popping up on the screen all the way through the game, so people should know what to follow. All right. Well, congratulations to you and the team. It's been the first map was actually absolutely great to watch. Second map, good to watch, but obviously a 7-0 is not generally the most fun viewing experience. We all want to see a good close game, but first map was definitely fun. Second one was just watching you guys going off, and it was entertaining. But it would have been nice to have seen a little bit more coming out in the round count. But it's still great, well played, and look forward to seeing what you pull out next week.
Thanks, man.
All right, take care. Bye.
See you.
So, Mr. Davin Atkins, his first interview in this league. It feels like it's so long since I've interviewed him that I couldn't find my words and didn't know what to say to him. Never meet your heroes. Alright, so as you can see on the right hand side of your screen right now, Scythe versus JPC is going to be on Wednesday night at 6:30. King's Creed versus Mutiny is going to be on Thursday. That is also at 6:30. We don't have a game tomorrow. It was going to be Apollo versus Flex, but Flex are no longer with us in the league. So Apollo get a free win and a free pass. Means they get an extra night to play Call of Duty or FIFA, whatever their game of choice is at the moment. And we look forward to seeing them coming back next week for their last game of the league. Every team's last game of the league next week. So that'll be interesting to see. Let's remind ourselves of the community poll for the game tonight. And most of Twitter were correct, with 51% of them going with Athena taking the win, 37% of Twitter going for free elo, and 12% taking the tie. GG's to both teams. Shame to not see free elo turn up as much on Coastline. And as just talked about with Davin, yeah, I guess I'd done some miscalculations. I suppose my math isn't the strongest. It's not what I get by on in life. But yeah, whether King's Creed or them take the win or it's a draw, that does pretty much put free elo out of the running to not qualify for playoffs, and it also means that they would not be returning for the next season. However, just to remind everyone, the 4 teams that make it to playoffs get into next season by default. But there will be one team that doesn't make it to playoffs that will get an invite back. And that's going to be based on statistics. So we'll be looking at the stats for 4 teams. Well, 3 teams, because Flex have effectively taken themselves out of the running. Although I could still count their stats, they'll have played 2 games less than everybody else, so there's no way they would match up. And it wouldn't even be fair because there's not as large a spread of games to balance the numbers properly. So Flex have discounted themselves from that, which means that we'll have 2 teams going down to Challenger League and just 1 team sticking with us for next season. Could be free elo. Could be free elo. We'll see what happens in Group A. So, yeah. Alright, thank you very much everyone for watching. It's been very much appreciated. Thank you to Extreme Rate for helping to support the stream and this league by offering up a part of the prize. If you type !prize pool into the chat, you will get to see what the prize is for this league, and there's a few little bits and pieces. Try to offer a little bit more than any other league will offer you. Extreme Rate have very kindly helped me out with that by giving us, or giving the winning team at least, the opportunity to pick 5 aftermarket faceplates for their Xbox One controllers. So they can go onto the website extremerate.com. You can see it up on your screen right now, just something about their remap kit. The team will be able to go pick 5 faceplates that they like, and that is a part of the prize pool. So thank you very much to Extreme Rate for offering that to me and allowing us to do that. They have committed or suggested that they would be able to help with the Season 2 as well. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing what we can do with Season 2. Also looking to see if there's anyone else that will help support us for Season 2 and offer even more when it comes to prizes. GG to both teams, especially to Athena, who take the win tonight and take that all-important step to qualifying for the playoffs, which will start in the new year. Make sure you are back here on Wednesday night. We look forward to seeing you for Scythe versus JPC. Have a good evening, and we will see you then.